Hey everybody, Manal here with my post vertical sleeve gastrectomy update for all of you. As you can see, we have a slight change of venue today. I'm sitting outside. It's a really beautiful fall day. We're hanging on in the 60s and 70s, which is so lovely for the beginning of November. And my favorite tree is behind me, that red one. It's so pretty when it's a bit brighter outside. Anyways, that's not why you guys are here. So I am 7 weeks post-op now from my gastric sleeve. I had it on 9/15/2016 out in Huntington Beach, California with Dr. Faze and his team out there. For my stats, my highest weight was 260 pounds. My surgery day weight was 254. Last week I was 230.2. And I celebrated with you guys a day after having hit my 30-pound mark down. And today I weighed in at 229.8. So I think my body was like, all right, you got a celebration. Now you can just like chill for a minute. So I lost just 0.4 pounds since last week. But you know what? I'm really not that upset about it numbers wise because I feel a bit smaller. And even though the number hasn't reflected it, like in the last week or 2 weeks, I just feel a little bit more compact. And I've noticed that my clothes are fitting a lot better, um, especially like random things. Like I have some workout clothes, and I have to admit, like I hate shopping, and hopefully that will change with time now. But like I've always really, really hated to go shopping for clothes because it was always so unpleasant. So I had like minimal items, honestly. And I'm noticing now that those items are starting to get a little bit looser, and like even like my gym clothes and things like that. So that's, um, it made me feel a little bit better. Either the scale didn't move too much. I feel like I'm still moving forward, so I'm not too upset. This week overall was pretty good. Finally got to the gym a few times. I did some cardio and I took a yoga class, which was good. And it was like made me surprisingly so sore. I took it the day before yesterday. I'm like still sore from it. I guess I'm underestimating yoga, but it was nice to feel that it was more comfortable to do because um, in the past I felt like I would just like get in my own way, like to do some of the moves. I just felt like I was physically constricting myself. So it was good to have that experience. But I had a really weird food week. Um, and I'm like, I have to just come and confess because I don't know what happened to me. I just like made a lot of bad choices. And I just didn't eat very well. Like I would notice oftentimes by the end of the day that I hadn't really eaten very much, but I didn't feel hungry, and I had like forced myself to drink because I wasn't in the mood to drink even. Like I don't know what was going on. But then, I mean, despite that, I ate like crap. You know, like the things I did eat were not always good, and like I called the video that I was treating and tricking myself because I really feel like that's what I did because um, it was Halloween this week here, and so I think there was like, more, not like tons of candy. Like we only got like two little bags because I was like, oh, we never get trick or treaters, and then of course a mob of 20 kids came at once and just took all of it, except for the few that I had stolen, because I had like, so this week I had like I had two peanut butter cups, like the Reese's peanut butter cups. Like I had one, not the same day, but I did have them like on different days. I had Kit Kat, like they have, the mini ones. Also, I didn't have two of like the two pieces it comes. I would have one. I had like a Munchkin. Like I had all this crap. Like I don't know what the heck was coming over me. And some of those I had, more I had together, like on the same day. And I just was like so appalled by myself, and it was really scary because it realized it made me realize like how much of my old self and my old habits are still very much alive within me because like one of the biggest reasons that I ended up gaining all the weight that I did is because even though I wouldn't eat a lot, like I was never someone that ate huge quantities of food, but I would not eat like no breakfast, no whatever, and then I would have like crap. And so I was like, oh my God, that's literally what I'm doing. Like maybe I'm eating 800 calories, but it's the same habit. And that really scared me. It really scared me in it. So it just made me realize that I first of all, I just can't have that stuff around me. And for this period of time, I have to just be okay with that. Because at first I was like, no, I have to get used to it. Like life is going to go on and all this stuff is going to be around me. But maybe for now, it's better that it's just not around me, even if it's, Halloween candy. And, the holiday season is coming up really soon. And like Thanksgiving has always been one of my favorite holidays, mainly because I like to bake um, and, I like to cook for my family and whatever. So, but I'm like, I'm really going to have to be careful because sometimes you go to more than one thing and it's just like there's more exposure and I really need to find a tactic to not let myself get too weak. I mean, I don't really know if I'm allowed. Like, am I allowed to have a peanut butter cup, once a week? Like, is that allowed? I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, if anyone has any comments about that. I mean, I know at this phase I'm not really not supposed to, and eventually I'll be. I mean, I'm only 7 weeks post-op, so I don't know. I'm just feeling kind of guilty. I have to say, like, I don't feel good about the choices that I made. That it had, like, if I had done it once, I'd be like, okay, sure, but it wasn't once. It was multiple times over the week, um, and I went to Dunkin' Donuts. Like, I always get iced lattes for me, and I drink them all day, and like that's been something that's been a comfort to me that I can still kind of do that. I asked them, I was like, oh, can I have one pumpkin munchkin? And they never give you one, even if you just ask for one. They give me like four of them. I was like, just don't give me any. This is not. So I only had the one, but it stayed in my car. And I ended up throwing them away afterwards because I was like, I can't have this around me. But I guess I'm just like the fact that I even did that. Like, I can't even believe it. Like, I don't know. Like, despite going through all of this, I still did that. I feel mad at myself. Um, and I just am so afraid of falling into myself in a way, you know. So so yeah, that was kind of my struggle this week, and I'm gonna try, I guess, this coming week to be a little bit more regimented in the way that I eat and maybe like schedule the times because I really haven't done that at all. I've kind of just been going like, you know, like I have breakfast at random times, lunch at random times. I think part of that is because I'm not working at the moment and I have more available time to me. Um, but I hope that I can kind of regiment things for myself to make it a little bit more deliberate and well thought out. Um, because I shouldn't be eating too little calories and then eating sugar. Like that's just I didn't go through all of this to be still doing that. So yes, that's my confession, everyone. um, but yeah, otherwise things were okay. I'm feeling good. Like I said, I'm feeling a bit smaller, which is nice. Going to the gym, which is nice. It's just that little food bump, I guess, that I want to get over. The other thing I thought to mention was, the big thing I always hear about is hair loss that hits around not week, about around month 3 or 4. I already have like quite thin hair, so I've been a bit afraid about that coming. And thankfully, since the surgery, I haven't noticed any significant hair loss. In fact, I've noticed less. Um, and I don't know if that's because I'm taking a lot of vitamins these days or what the deal is with that. But I know it's going to come because I'm just susceptible to it as is. And right before, like usually, I mean, I don't know if I'm just making this up or if it's like scientifically backed, but usually around the end of summer, fall, I tend to have like lose a lot of hair. And it always happens. And so that happened to me before the surgery. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'm in okay shape because of that. But anyway, as a protective measure, I started using Nioxin, um, which I think is like available in most hair salons, or not hair salons, but like beauty supply places, things like that. My friend's a hairdresser actually, and she was able to get it for me. But it has like a shampoo, a conditioner, and then this like spray that you put on your scalp. as well. So I started using that for the first time this week, and I want to see how that fares and see if it actually makes a difference when it comes around to the inevitable hair loss window. Um, so we'll see how that goes. I think that's really pretty much it for this week. I hope you guys are all doing fantastic. And I'll catch up with you soon. Bye.